That I would now call upon Aslam Perwaiz. He is Executive Director, APDC, Asian Disaster Preparedness Center. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. 𝐸𝐻𝐻𝐻. I first thank you for your patience. I think you initially set a 5-minute time and then you actually allowed all of us to speak what we wanted to say. So thank you very much for the patience. But before coming to the SAGARMATHA SAMBAAD, I really had to work very hard to come over, like any of our summit here, that, different steps. So I just wanted to tell you that before coming here on the 12th of this month with the Nepal ambassador to Thailand, we actually in Bangkok organized a very small event, what we call Peace with Climate Extremes. And we had a lot of discussion there, and then on the 14th with the Vice Chairman of the National Planning Commission and under the chairmanship of Dr. 𝐸𝐻𝐻𝐻, we actually brought all the 6 province local government authorities just to discuss that, what actually would be the outcome of the SAGARMATHA SAMBAAD, because not everybody would be here. And I'm quite pleased to see, and as Dr. Eric already mentioned, that we always talk about the problems, why don't we look at the solutions? For me, I think the cost of looking at the solution is much, much higher than creating problems and discussing the problem. But the 2 days that we have been discussing and we deliberated the most pressing issues of our time. The threats from the rising disaster risks are not an estimation anymore, but a reality. For me, I think the decision that we make today will determine our future. From Asian Disaster Preparedness Center, we recognize that accelerating the impact of climate-induced disaster pose a profound threat to lives, livelihood, ecosystem, and sustainable development, particularly in the Asia-Pacific region. We believed, and I think for the last 40 years that this organization has existed, that the partnership anchored in science policy coherence, capacity development, and inclusive governance are key to transforming into resilience. ADPC has been actively engaging with government, regional organizations, international development partners, the private sector, academia, civil society to drive these innovative, scalable, and context-specific solutions. Just 2 examples, Excellency. With the World Bank, we are actually implementing a very large program of climate adaptation and resilience for South Asia, and that we actually discuss, and this Asian Preparedness Partnership. These are 2 very, very innovative examples that how we collaborate between private sector, local government, and national government to find actions and shared knowledge that can strengthen early warning system, enhance risk-informed development planning, and local climate resilience strategies. Just for an introduction, Nepal is one of our founding member countries that adopted and ratified the charter along with the 9 other member countries. But for the last 40 years, ADPC's Regional Consultative Committee, which is called RCC, which has 25 member countries from the head of the disaster and climate risk management organizations, we have been providing an excellent mechanism to address existing and emerging negative impact of natural hazards and climate change. We continue to support initiative on climate resilience, urban resilience, making humanitarian response to disaster more effective, and give support and direction for recovery and rehabilitation, as well as building back better. Just to conclude, sir, I think the best input ADPC can provide to this SAGARMATHA SAMBAAD declaration, which perhaps will come in tomorrow. The first one is empowering prepared communities. We should emphasize the critical need to ensure vulnerable communities are not just aware, but actively prepared and empowered to effectively respond to and recover from the climate-induced disaster. This I actually quoting from the local government of Chitwan, so I thought it is better for me to put it forward. The second one is investing in proactive risk reduction. We have been talking about it, but the statement should strongly advocate for increased investment in proactive disaster and climate risk measures. The last one is about fostering inclusive governance for resilience. We need to highlight the importance of establishing fair and inclusive disaster and climate risk governance system. With this, I just end here, and I would like to really thank for you and the organizers for this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aslam.